Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're starting a series called Cooking Through Cookbooks, which is something I've been wanting to do for a really long time, but I just haven't found the right cookbooks, and I'm obsessed with Kristin Cavallari's cookbooks. As of today. Actually, her True Roots books is something that I've had since she launched that book or since she wrote it. And I haven't cooked all of the recipes in it or tried all of the things, but I did get her other two cookbooks. And so we're going to start with one of her newest ones. And every Sunday, I'm going to try to do a recipe through like one of her books. Ideally would like to kind of start with one cookbook and cook through the whole thing. I will say probably have to modify some things just for dietary restrictions and things that people like don't and do like. But yeah, we're going to start with a dinner recipe tonight. So let's get into it. Okay. So this is the book that we're going to be cooking through. This is Kristin Cavallari's Truly Simple 140 Healthy Recipes for Weekday Cooking. And it's supposed to be like really easy recipes to make. So we're starting in the dinner section. The first recipe is a simple balsamic glazed sea bass with roasted tomatoes. Nobody eats sea bass in this household, so we're more of a salmon kind of household. And I didn't take out salmon last night, I took out chicken. So we're going to make do and do a simple balsamic glazed chicken with roasted tomatoes. I am pairing this with roasted asparagus and something else. I don't remember. Let me look. I am pairing this with rice. So we're doing jasmine rice, cherry tomatoes, so like that roasted tomatoes with that balsamic glaze, chicken breast, and asparagus. And so I'm basically doing her entire recipe. I'm just swapping the sea bass for the chicken. So here we go. Okay, I also took a rest day today, and on rest days, especially on Sundays, I try to do some self-care, and today I got a massage, so I don't have any makeup on, so excuse the look. I'll try to put some sort of filter over this video, but yes, don't mind me. Anyways, so I wanted to get all the ingredients out. I'm using Butcher Box chicken breast. Using that, Butcher Box chicken breast, my asparagus. I bought these mini heirloom tomatoes. I thought those would be really good for roasting. Obviously the rice. Oh, and I'm forgetting the basil. And the basil from Trader Joe's. Okay, so I'm also on a cut, and so is my sister. So I have to log this. I'm basically going to log everything into MyFitnessPal and create a recipe for it. And then divide it into however many servings it gives us. It should give us like 3 to 4 servings. So like Levi can take some for his lunch if he wants, but that way we can have the right macros, and I'll probably also include that in here if you're interested. I'm kind of stuck between these two glazes to use. So this I got from Trader Joe's. It's a glaze, so just a normal balsamic glaze, but this is the one I've been using, and they don't have it in stock anymore, but it's the truffle glaze, and I just think it adds so much more flavor, and they're the same macro count, so I don't think it's any different. Well, the truffle one is 9 carbs, where the balsamic one is 7, which is strange because they both say they're 35 calories, so there's some inaccuracies there. Well, the regular glaze has less sugar, so that's probably it. But anyways, okay, so let's get to washing our veggies and prepping, and let's cook. I feel like I need one of those book stands. I don't have it, so I'll just have to look super weird over here. Maybe we can prop this up. Good enough for government work. All right, the glazes can go out of the way. First, I'm going to wash and chop these asparagus, and then I'm going to wash these and cut them. Let's see. And then I'm going to chop like a cup of this basil, and this rice can go out of the way for right now. And then after I cut and chop all my veggies and get them on a pan, while they're waiting to go in the oven, I'm going to actually dice and prepare the chicken and get it ready for the air fryer. Like that. I'd say probably like 5 a person, so 2, 4, 5. Ew, Trader Joe's. Some gross ones in here. 2, 4, 5. Maybe 6 a person. 1, 2, 3. So 6 a person is 238 grams. So 1 gram, 238 is 98 calories. So add to that. Now we're going to add this asparagus as well because we're also going to wash that. No barcode found. Okay, let's asparagus. This does a cup chopped. Let's do spears. These are like kind of large, so I don't know. I'm not messing with this, so we're just gonna do it by weight. Because I also I usually do this before, like I cut it before, but I'll just do it now. I need it. Before you weigh them, then you're gonna weigh them with the stuff you end up cutting off anyway. So I'm gonna zero out my scale, and 284. Won't take that long to roast. Well, it says it's gonna take 35 minutes to roast the tomatoes, so sure, let's do it. So preheat the oven at 450. Line 2 large baking sheets with foil. Place the cherry tomatoes on the prepared baking sheet. Pour 2 tablespoons of olive oil on top of the tomatoes and add a pinch of salt. Toss with your hands to combine. Roast the tomatoes for 30 to 35 minutes until blistered. Meanwhile, place the sea bass, which we're using chicken. So place the chicken on a second prepared baking sheet. Drizzle 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Bake for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna use the air fryer for that. So let's just get the oven started. I'm gonna cut these tomatoes, so I'm gonna just do the oven out for 25. This is going to be my baking sheet for my asparagus. So we're gonna chop the basil after. So my asparagus. And then I'm gonna do another baking sheet for my tomatoes. We're gonna chop that up and then we're gonna throw it in the oven. Okay, all of our veggies are on here. It's time to season them up. We're going to spray them with olive oil spray. I have my favorite olive oil in the spray bottle, so it's a lot easier. Do the same thing with the tomatoes. So for the tomatoes, I'm not going to season with anything but just salt. But with the asparagus, we're going to do this Green Goddess seasoning. Just measure with your heart. And then I'm going to do this new seasoning, which I can't pronounce, from Trader Joe's. Aglio olio, I guess. I don't know. Acosita. Okay, sprinkle that all on there. Get the asparagus out of the way. The oven is still preheating, so we'll leave those over there. And then again, I'm only gonna do salt on here because we want these to roast up really nice. And they're gonna have that balsamic glaze on it, so it'll have a lot of flavor. Okay, I'm gonna take these and put them aside as well. While the oven is going, we're going to wash our chicken breast, and then we're going to cut them up and get them ready to go in the air fryer. We're going to season them as well. I'm going to season these with garlic salt, a little bit of chicken seasoning from I think it's Montreal seasoning for chicken, and then also this garlicky spicy blend that I just used because it's the best. So we're going to do that, and those will be ready to go in the air fryer.
Treat yourself.
Okay, so those are filleted in half. I should have used a bigger cutting board. Let me chop my finger off. And again, these are probably going to make a total of 4 servings. So I cut them into 4 thinly sliced chicken breasts. It's about a pound of chicken here. So I'm going to wash my hands again, and then I'm going to season these bad boys up. Season our meats up. So I'm just gonna lightly spritz with some of this good olive oil. And then take all the seasonings I listed before and generously spread it out. Spread it out. Then get it really seasoned here. Lots of seasoning. Okay, and then we're gonna flip them over. Do the same thing. Okay. Now I'm a sous chef. Bring me the air fryer. That's you.
What kind of air fryer?
The big one that Barbara's on.
Barbara, why are you gonna keep moving? You're gonna get pissed off.
I'm going to put the tomatoes in the oven to roast because they have to be in there longer. So we're gonna put them in first. Bodybuilding while you are cooking is the way to go. Beautiful air fryer from Wally World. That is the most recent purchase because we use the air fryer literally every night, so it does not last very long. About, I don't know, maybe a year. Okay, so now I'm going to put my chicken breast in the air fryer. There is a roast setting, and so I'm going to roast my chicken breast or bake it or whatnot. I think it's a bake setting. I'm gonna bake it in the air fryer. So she has bake it in the oven, and I'm gonna bake it in the air fryer because it's faster. Because these are thinly sliced, but they're still a little frozen, we're probably gonna do this for about 30 minutes, and that'll be the same time that we're roasting the tomatoes at. So we're gonna put these in at 400 for 20 minutes in the air fryer, if you have a bake setting. Now the asparagus aren't gonna go in the oven just yet. They're gonna go in like 12, 13 minutes before we actually eat. That way they don't overcook. You don't want soggy asparagus. So we'll catch you back here when we cut some basil. We're gonna clean up our workstation because we were working with chicken and we don't want salmonella on our shit. All right, we're back. And now we're gonna cut up some of this basil. And I would probably say about a cup's worth of chopped basil because you're gonna drizzle it on top of your chicken with your balsamic glaze. So chop up about a cup of basil and then we'll set it aside for when everything's done cooking. The chicken has 22 minutes left on it. At the 15-minute mark, I am going to flip them and then probably check the temperature on them, see how long they have left to go. And then if they're about 15 minutes, 15 minutes, then we'll probably throw the asparagus in. Currently, the tomatoes have been in for probably about 12 minutes, so they need a good 20 more minutes, 25 minutes till they start to wilt. That's the consistency you want for your tomatoes. The very last step is you're gonna cook your rice. I have microwavable rice. If you wanna do homemade rice, that is on you. I don't have time for that. But we're just doing this. Put it in the microwave for 90 seconds and then we'll assemble. So, be right back. Hello, camera. Oh, God. Okay, we just flip the chicken. Probably has about 15 more minutes on it. So we're going to throw the asparagus in the oven. We're going to let them cook for the 14 to 15 minutes that the chicken is cooking. About 2 to 3 minutes before the chicken is done, we're going to put our rice in the microwave, and then that way everything is done at the same time and we can assemble our plates accordingly. Okay, let's get in. Those look so good. Look at those. I feel like I've used 9 million cutting boards and I probably could have just washed one, but we're pulling out another one because when we assemble, I was thinking that it might be easier if the chicken is already diced in your bowl. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like maybe, do I want to plate this on a plate? I feel like the rice, it just would be better, like you kind of eat it all together. So I'm going to like layer the asparagus, the chicken, I'll cut it up. Or maybe I'll leave it whole, and then they can cut it up themselves, because the presentation on a whole chicken might be nicer. It might look nicer, so that's what I'm going to do. Save the cutting board. Okay. All right, I've changed out that hoodie. It's too hot. The oven makes it really hot in here. So, we're ready to start assembling. The asparagus are roasted to perfection, and so are the tomatoes. So I've turned off the oven. They're just going to sit in there until our rice is cooked. And then our chicken is done. It's just sitting in the air fryer as well. And then we'll start to assemble. It's very hot, so you gotta be careful. So I'm gonna dump it in this bowl for now, but then we're gonna split it into 4 servings. And I'm assuming you didn't make your meal prep, so.
Are you asking me?
No, I'm asking my camera. Why are these so hard to open? Literally. They say easy open and then like not easy at all. Stupid.
It's like the cat things. And no, I didn't make the meal prep.
Well, there'll be leftovers. Well, there'll be 4 servings. 4 equal. I'm just gonna do 1 scoop there. 1 scoop there. 1 scoop here. And again, it makes 4 servings, and then there's another scoop here. So just scoop it out, flatten it. This will be leftovers. Get that out of the way. Okay. The rice. Then we're gonna take the chicken breast. So this is really hard to show you. Is what it looks like. Yum-o. Okay, that was it. I say it was fairly easy. I started prepping at 5:47 and it is now 6:40. Oh gosh, that actually took longer than I expected. I think that is longer because of the roasting of the tomatoes. So it's probably about a 45-minute recipe. I also was filming, so I was stopping a lot. So I'd say probably like 35, 45 minutes. 35 to cook, maybe 45 minutes to like prep and assemble. But yeah, it looks delicious. So again, we're gonna be doing these every week, hopefully, cooking through cookbooks. We're gonna start with this Kristin Cavallari cookbook. Again, this is the chicken balsamic glaze chicken balsamic glaze bowl. She used the sea bass and we decided to do chicken. So hopefully this turns out good and we like it. But if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you for episode 2 of Cooking